Hey everybody, it's Christopher Small, the Unconventional Attorney, the owner of CMS Law Firm. I almost forgot to pull the mic around. Today, I want to talk to you about the one, you have nothing without these is the title of the video or the podcast. Before I get to that though, I want to remind you, if you're not getting a newsletter, you're missing out. Every week I send you some greatness and also throw in a little freebie, my automation masterclass, if you're on the newsletter list. So just go subscribe to theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. I very rarely, if ever, try to sell you anything. It's just pure goodness, just like this podcast. theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. All right. So without these, you have nothing is the title of this podcast. And I got to be honest, for a while, I didn't have these written down. I wasn't really talking about these things a lot. I wasn't incorporating them a lot. The only thing that I had going for me was that internally I understood what they were, and I really did a great job of living them, of showing people these things in the office, and I would hope like in life and I think that's what helped me get to where I wanted to go. Since I have taken the time to really articulate these things and express these things, I found that things are even better, that people are more drawn into what's going on, and they pay more attention. What are these things that I'm talking about? Pretty simple. Core values. Okay. What does your business stand for? What do you stand for as a person? What are you bringing to the table? And then on top of that, when you have these things, then you talk about them with your team. You talk about them on podcasts. You talk about them at every place that you can. And you may have different core values depending on the context of the situation, because what you're trying to accomplish might be a little bit different. Sort of the truth that you're living might be a little bit different. But without core values, you are going to have a hard time growing a team. You're going to have a hard time getting people to buy into what you're trying to do. And you're just going to go slower, right? So when it comes to core values, I have core values for the Unconventional Attorney, for the Sanctuary, I guess, really. I don't have core values for this podcast. But for the Sanctuary group, I have core values that I want everyone in the group to agree to live by when they are working on their business. Not in their business, on their business. Core value number 1 is to act now. Take action. I can guarantee you that 97% of you listening to my voice right now think you should be doing something, wish you were doing something, or planning on doing something, or thinking about doing something, but in reality are doing nothing except listening to my voice right now and feeling motivated, right? So take some action. Action, is number 1. Thoughts without action are useless. Number 2, embrace the monotony of success. You have got to get used to showing up every day and executing your plan, even when it's boring, even when you're tired, even when things don't go well. I can tell you today, I had a pretty bad day. It's one of the reasons why I'm talking about core values, because there are people on my team that are not living out these core values, and I'm very disappointed in them, and I'm very disappointed in myself. And I wanted to talk about them to try to cheer myself up and to try to help you out, okay? But when those things happen, you still show up. You still make the video. You still do whatever it is that you need to do, and you do it consistently, and you do it basically forever, okay? The people that get successful, they don't get lucky. They just keep showing up and putting in the work. Number 3, replace yourself. If you are the only person in your business, then you have just created a job for yourself, quite frankly. That is something that we want to eliminate. Even if you love to do lawyer work, legal work, you need to build systems and processes and duplicity into your business, so that if you need to step away, if tragedy strikes, that you can do that. Okay, so you should always be working on replacing yourself, even if you love what you need to do. And then fourth and finally, no excuses. No excuses allowed in this group. No, certainly no excuses allowed in the sanctuary. We're not perfect, but we own up to what we do. We take responsibility for all of the things in our lives, and we embrace the opportunity to do that. So if you haven't, and I have core values with my law firm too. Here's my core values with the law firm. Be quick, but don't hurry. Excellence in everything. Represent winning at all times, and no excuses. Those are the core values of the firm. They sort of speak for themselves. I'm happy to dive in deeper at some point in time, maybe, but that's what we do, okay? So if you don't have core values for your business, if you don't have core values for your life, take a minute and write them down. Think about the things that are important to you, make a big long list, and then distill them into like the 4, 5, 6 that are the most important to you, and talk about them with your team. Every week, we have a team meeting. I talk about these core values. Every week in the sanctuary, I talk about core values. So the more that you're there, the more that you show up, the more that you talk about these things, the more they become ingrained in your people, and the more likely they are to live them out, which means they are more likely to be successful, you are more likely to be successful, and everything is more likely to work out. All right, that is it. As always, I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you're someplace you can subscribe and you don't want to miss anything in the future, subscribe. And if you're not on the newsletter, go get on the newsletter. It's free. It's awesome. You're going to get a free automation masterclass. I'm going to teach you how to make more money with the sales calls that you're already having. Get more people to sign up. It's basically free. It is free, free, free. So that is it. As always, I am Christopher Small. I am the unconventional attorney. I am the owner of CMS Law Firm. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you again soon. See ya.